Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we are checking out a TCG called Star Wars, the Customizable card game. This is the introductory two-player game. I imagine it's the Empire Strikes Back theme. This is a sealed box that we got here, and this is what it looks like. Let's check out the back here. So, right off the bat, you can kind of see it has a kind of like a Magic the Gathering. I guess that's the most relatable game that we can choose, or Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. So we got game includes 60 Imperial playing cards, 60 Rebel playing cards, a 15-card expansion set, introductory two-player game rules. I imagine that's everything that's pictured there. And I imagine the expansion set is what, a booster pack? So we'll see. Yeah, this is sealed, and this is from 1996. Which we got right there, 1996. So, and Parker Brothers is the distributor of this. And it says, includes unique cards not found anywhere else. So let's pop this thing open. So, box is a bit caved in. Oh, it's got some tape here too. The box has got a little bit of a cave in on the sides there. And we got another one on the other side. That's how you know it's sealed. And we will get this open. 1996 technology. Alright. So, let's see what we got here. We got the rules booklet. Looks like everything's been shifted about. So we got the Star Wars Unlimited Edition 15-card expansion set. Premier, and it's got a barcode on the back, so I imagine these were sold and distributed. We'll find out, though. We'll find out what's going on. Made in Belgium. That's the first thing that's sticking out. Both decks, same made in Belgium. So that's interesting. So you got the Imperial and the Rebel right there. We'll unbox those in a second. Check out what else is in the box. That is it. So you just got the placeholder in the box. Get that out of the way. Now, just off the bat, I noticed that, look at the warping on these cards here. So they're actually flat on the three corners, and the fourth corner on this Imperial deck is warped. Especially even if you put it on the table, it's got a warping on that side. But that's interesting that even other TCGs have problems with warping cards, and it's weird. It's only the Imperial deck. Because if you look at the Rebel deck is damn straight. But this one's just got this wonkiness to it. You can even see it right there. Look at that. So this is straight out the box, sealed, everything. This is how it came. So, I don't know, I'd be a little bit... I definitely probably because of the age, but I wonder like how soon into this being sealed and boxed and sent around until it got to my hands, how far into that process did it actually start to curl? That's the question that I have, I guess. So it really doesn't matter now that it's curled. You know, it's over 20 years. So, and then we got the booster pack here. We're gonna cut that open. We'll start off with that. Check out what's inside there, and we'll lay everything out. And we'll see who we got here. Pops. I imagine it's this. I don't know. Maybe it's not the same. Maybe it's not the same in every booster pack. It does say Premier Unlimited 15-card expansion set. It's so weird they called it a set. Okay, here we go. The expansion set contains 15 randomly assorted playing cards for customizing your Rebel and Imperial decks and expanding your collection. The Premier release consists of 324 commons, uncommon, and rare cards. Don't really know how to denote that, but maybe the rule book will explain that. Anyway, so it does look like that there is more than what you just see, and that these expansion sets, I imagine, get you to that 324 total unique cards. So we got Pops, we got Leia's Back, Lost Interrupt. So I guess these are interrupts. I mean, these must be like spells. We got Trenta Duoba. We got Dark Hours, an effect. So I imagine it's kind of like an enchantment. Jury Juice, another effect. Intini effect. I don't know what those are. Used Interrupt. Hyper Escape. That's a pretty cool one. Actually, I like the Hear Me Baby Hold Together. It's an interrupt. So I imagine this must be like an instant. So the interrupts must be like an instant, maybe? I don't know. Maybe the used ones are different. Are these all used? Some of these are just effects. So maybe the effects are, yeah, the effects are like enchantments, and the interrupts must be something like an instant or like a sorcery. So we have some sort of okay, so it's an upside down card. That's cool. Tatooine Docking Bay. So I guess it's got both sides. Oh, I guess it could be for either way, and I guess that's what this denotes here. This is for the what's it called? This, you got your Rebel and you got your Alliance over there. So you got Jawa, Blaster. We got the Lift Tube. So yeah, you got Imperial. And then you got the Rebel card, so it is mixed. And we'll look at actually how many are in this, because this is pretty old. You're not going to find this anymore. So Imperial Trooper Guard. You got Stormtrooper. We got Tusken Scavengers. So this is more like a creature. So I mean, obviously it's a creature, but it's got all the different abilities basically laid out like a magic creature. So you got character weapons, basically like an artifact weapon or a weapon in Magic, which is kind of neat. You can relate that now, because I don't believe, no, there wasn't. Those types of things didn't exist in Magic when this game was actually in play at all. So you might have had some artifacts that kind of like were weapons, but you didn't have anything like they have now where you actually pay to equip weapons, where you have like right here, for example, it says use 2 force to deploy on any warrior, which is basically your equip cost in the modern era of Magic. And then it says like may target using 2 force, draw Destiny, character hit if Destiny +1 ability. So basically it looks like you get a +1 vehicle hit if Destiny +1. So it sounds like it's like a +1 basically. So like a +1/+1, I guess you'd say in Magic, or +1/+0 or something like that, or +0/+1, something like that. Would be like the equivalent for that. And I imagine that must be the casting cost, just going off of probably something where they tried to make it a relatable game where you could be like, oh, I kind of resemble this from you playing Magic the Gathering. But yeah, I imagine these are some kind of casting costs. Tusken Scavengers are a 5. This is like a 1. We got 3, 6. The Lift Tube has a 6 casting cost. System of enclosed high-speed vertical and horizontal transport cylinders used in space stations, large starships, Death Stars, etc. All right, so let's check out the back and see how many of each that we got. So we'll just put them on top of the stack here. They don't have like a nice smooth feel to them. They have more of a like a playing card feel. It's very weird. It doesn't have like that glossy TCG feel from the 90s. Even the smell, I don't really get the same smell as like Magic the Gathering cards. So they must be turned on different paper, different ink. 2, 4, 6, 8. We got 8. 2, 4, 6, 7. So yeah. And that's your 15. So you got actually one more of the Imperial over the Rebel. So let's check out the deck, and then we'll kind of put all this together. Where's the little starter syrup? Usually there's a place to start it. There we go. So we got Chewie, Echo-based Trooper, we got Rebel Snowspeeder, Infantry Mine. Nice for you guys to drop by. Lone Rogue, FX7, another blaster, Tauntaun. We got Leia, another Echo-based Trooper. We got Snow Trench, Rebel Scout. You got Defense Perimeter, which is actually that way. Rebel Snowspeeder, Rebel Commander, Timer Mine. Must be like an artifact. Well, it says automated weapon. So I imagine that's similar to an artifact, because it's automated. You got Lin V8K, some kind of drone. Fallback. Another base trooper. You got the Echo Lab Med. Hujix. You got the Tauntaun Handler. Commander Evram Lajali. Surprise Assault. Echo-based Trooper. That's the officer version. You got the Docking Bay at Hoth. Lone Rogue. Restraining Bolt. Another Chewie. Another Echo-based Trooper. Hoth survival gear, so I imagine this is some kind of equipment or artifact equivalent. Carillion. It can wait, so I imagine some kind of sorcery or interrupt. Another Snowspeeder. Kalfas, so creature, unique one, another blaster. Rebel Scout, that's like the third one. Second Tauntaun. Second Officer, it could be worse. Second Rebel Commander. Echo Corridor. Surprise Assault. Another Trooper. Survival Gear. Rebel Guard. Timer Mine. Tauntaun Handler. We got another Snowspeeder. Another Docking Bay. Another Hujix. We got another V8K. Fallback. A third Chewie. We're at 4 on that, so I imagine that's the max playset. Lone Rogue. Second Defense Perimeter, and then we got another Infantry Mine. Oh, and a 4th Snowspeeder. So it looks like the playset quads out with the 4. So well, let's check out the Imperial. If we can get the... There we go. Where did they put it on the side like that? And not on the front of the back. So we got Veers. So these are the Imperial character cards, like, I guess have the darker border. It seems like the Rebel ones had random, but it seems like the Imperial ones seem to have a consistent black border. So we'll see if that holds stick. Walker Garrison. You got ice planes. So if you notice, if it's like an Imperial themed, I don't know what you'd call this, like land, it's got it facing on the Imperial side. Same thing for the Rebels. They'll have that on their side, which is why the other ones are oriented that way. I don't know what that means with the 2 lightsabers versus 1, so I'll have to see. Another Snowtrooper for the other team, Imperial Walker. And that, oh, so that says AT-AT for combat vehicle, and they just call it the Imperial Walker. He hasn't come back yet. Same drone on the other team, V8M, and the other one's V8K. Imperial Guard. Northridge. And that's got 1's lightsaber right there, if you see. So this is Snowtrooper Officer. AT Driver. Cold Feet. So this one's going to be the Docking Bay at Hoth, but for the Imperial side. So this is, you got Snowtrooper, FX-10, got Imperial Commander, Officer Evax, Infantry Mine, Imperial Squad Leader, Blaster Rifle, Stunning Leader. A Snowtrooper. Okay. Counter Assault. So you can pause this at any time if you want to read the cards in any more detail. Mountains at Hoth. Walker Garrison. So we're also getting some repeats here. Imperial Walker. He hasn't come back. Trooper Guard. Timer Mine. Another Veers. Another Blaster. Driver. Cold Feet. Restraining Bolt. Snowtrooper. I just as soon kiss a Wookiee. Lieutenant Pol Treatum. Cat Molest. So you got kind of like one from the each deck has one person from the bar. Another drone repeat. We got some more of the ice planes. Officer. Infantry Mine. Imperial Squad Leader. Blaster Rifle. Imperial Walker. Snowtrooper. Another Stunning Leader. Walker Garrison. Timer Mine again. Another AT Driver. We got Mountains. Imperial Guard. Cold Feet. He hasn't come back yet. Another Veers. Counter Assault. This is one we haven't had yet. We got Defensive Perimeter. It's a double lightsaber. Imperial Commander. Imperial Blaster again, and then another Snowtrooper. So yeah, I guess that's a 4 set. Because we haven't had more than 4 for each one of the decks. So let's check out the rules booklet. I'm not going to read through everything, but we're going to look at just the overall scheme of things here. So it looks like you have your hand, you have a force pile, you have your reserve deck, and you have a used pile. So and then you have a lost pile. So I imagine lost is exile, used is going to be like your graveyard. Your force pile is probably going to be your reserve deck, and your force pile are probably going to be like your library, basically. But I'm sure they have different stipulations, which are explained here. And down there, if you want to pause that, check that out. So quick start, the cards and the icons. It'll tell you, looks like light side, dark side, starships, vehicles. Tells you the class basically. It tells you, I guess, various other icons: planet, space, interior, exterior, rebel icons, Imperial Force. I guess you could get a 3 lightsaber. Doesn't really tell you anything about that, but I guess we'll find out. Force icons. Sights can have a number of lightsaber icons on each side, 0 to 3. The light side has blue, the dark has red, obviously. These indicate the amount of force generated for each side at that site. Oh, okay, cool. So I guess you can get like 3 force from that site. That's cool. How to deploy sites. So basically it's land. The sites are land. Locations. You have like planets. We didn't get any planets this drop, but we had a bunch of locations. That did, I think I had a couple that rolled out for 2, which is sweet. But if you have something like this on Tatooine, you can get 1 mana or 1 force from, if you're on the Imperial side, but if you're the Rebel side, you can get 2 force. That's kind of cool too. So I don't know if that's a rare card or not, but. And then obviously you cast the force points. Let's see if we have here. Where is the... Okay, the destiny number is used in gameplay to represent the element or of fate or chance involved in actions. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So there you go. That's what the number is in the top right. That actually, so I guess deploy cost is expenditure from force pile required to deploy a card. You can deploy characters whenever you have presence ability of 1 or higher, or where you have 1 or more force icons present. So that's pretty cool. So it's a little bit different in regards to the way that the cards are cast, but it is kind of very similar. So it's different, but it's the same. It just goes around a different route to actually get to the same end result, which is pretty cool. That they were able to take a game and kind of tweak it a little bit and make it their own and theme it up with a pretty popular movie, especially at the time. We got starships cards explained here, some basic game definitions, presence, and then you have movement, how to move vehicles, the rules. You start off with 8 cards. The dark side goes first. Apparently the phases are outlined here. Okay, here we go. Phase 1 is activate, then phase 2 control, phase 3 deploy, phase 4 is battle, phase 5 is move, and then phase 6 is draw. So looks like you draw at the end of your phase, but you start with 8 cards, so that's kind of cool. And then we got phase 4 explained here, phase 5, phase 6, and then winning the game. Let's go over that. The first few times you play the game, it could take an hour or more. When you become more familiar with the structure and rules, most games take about 30 to 45 minutes. Players usually like to play a 2-game match, playing with 1 game with the light side of the deck and 1 game with the dark side. To do this, keep score by determining the winner's margin of victory in each game played, and combine these numbers to determine the overall winner. For example, if player A wins the first game with 11 life force points remaining, he won an 11-point victory. In the second game, player B would need to win by 12 or more points to win the overall match between the two rounds, obviously. And then we got some more information over here, and I have some of the lore, the rules. We got some customization options here, new versions of main characters. You have the 2-player deck card list, which tells you everything that's in there. Now, it has, what does it say? Common and only in the Empire Strikes 2-player game. So which cards are those? Lone Rogue, the Snow Speeder, which, oh, you got 5 of those. Okay, so there is more. There is way more than 4 allowed. So you got, and then over here you have the Imperial Walkers and the Mountains of Hoth. And then you got the Walker Garrison and then Veers. So I guess those were the ones that were only in this particular themed box, which is pretty cool. So those are probably going to be the rare ones for here. And then you got glossaries over here with the abilities explained. And then that's the last of it. That's the end of the glossary, and those are the credits for the game, 1997, which was right around when I got into playing Magic the Gathering, actually. So but that was pretty cool. I definitely think that the mechanics are pretty neat, and now that we've unboxed this, I think it would be cool to actually check this out. So and play around with this and see how the mechanics actually play out in real life versus just kind of observing them and checking out the unboxing 20 years after these were actually dropped. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. We try to do TCGs every Tuesday, whether it be Magic or any other type of trading card game. Be on the lookout for those on Tuesdays. And yeah, if you want more content like this, subscribe to our channel. So have a great rest of your day.